they're not able to get any clean scoring opportunities. There were few and far between in Game 1.
CGM enjoying a Game 1 lead in this best of 5. Can they hang on? Northeastern hopes not.
And we'll see if they can start it off with Game number 1 with a couple of interesting touches from the Lynx as it's kicked off the back wall. Here's a great opportunity to start things off on the right foot, and it will be Flams delivering into the right-hand side. Northeastern just inside of a minute, or 30 seconds, excuse me, find the net.
And like you said, a much better start here for the Huskies as they have Edouard-Montpetit have 2 players on their goal line, and a little late on the challenge lets Flams come in and put a shot away. Northeastern up by 1 in the first 15 seconds.
Just a rare instance where CGM looked a bit discombobulated. Edouard-Darkness hanging out in the net. That's going to be a nice opportunity for Northeastern to establish a foothold in momentum.
Chance for Flams again. It bounces right off the back wall, over the head of a defender, and into the middle of the net. Make it 2-0.
And you can see what happens when the Huskies start putting shots on target. Flams in particular now, 2 to his name in here in Game number 2, putting them away from defenders, and the Huskies now have a 2-goal lead.
Anytime we've seen a team just kind of play passively on defense and see where the shot's going to go, allow the offensive team to make a play, more often than not, it turns into a goal. CGM, they have to find a getaway to be offensive.
Mercurial out to Eno. Quality pass, but the execution on the shot not quite there. Flams with a good steal coming back the other way. Pass to the top of the box for Mercurial. Off the back wall for Eno. Here he comes into the middle. Shalayan's there. Flams wants the top left corner. Perfect placement. 3-0. Huskies rolling.
It looks like the Season 1 Northeastern here with the pressure off the backboard and cleaning up the clears too. A weak one there from Shilian and Flams. Beautiful placement on the shot, almost unsavable at that point from the positioning from Edouard-Montpetit, and now 3 goals in the first minute for the Huskies.
Whenever you see 2 sets of wheels on the ground on defense, Northeastern's like, green light, we're going in. This is some very aggressive play. I wanted them to get physical. They're doing exactly that.
Mercurial's got them all beat. Back wall. Is Eno there? Or it was actually Flams coming in. And Mercurial once more into the middle. They wanted the demo. Eno just flips a little bit early, I think, and couldn't quite get behind that ball to force it back the other way. And here's a chance for Edouard-Montpetit back the other way. Make it a couple of touches for Cromsey. Wanted his own number off the back. Just couldn't muscle it through that wall.
And that's the man to make the plays here for Edouard-Montpetit, the playmaker, and a big miss as he has another save, though, on the back wall. Flams trying to keep this one in for the Huskies as they attempt their 4th goal here. Flams, a delayed shot comes out, met by Cromsky, and Edouard-Montpetit find themselves out.
So a lot of early setbacks here for the Lynx as they try and figure out how to just break out of their own half. The dribble game not being able to get started even, the ball staying very high in the air, and also it has helped considerably that Northeastern, Mercurial in particular, has been, you know, a little bit of a speedy boy getting right in their face and not letting them get to a lot of these challenges. And still, Northeastern, they double commit right here. Give an opportunity to Edouard-Darkness. Didn't really have the boost to finish the job. Couple of demos in the middle. It will be Mercurial to bail out the Huskies, but not the cleanest defensive stance, but they get out.
Yeah, whiff after whiff for the Huskies. That's a big demo. Kromsky can't get back. It's Eno who has another long shot to his name. Puts that one away. Now 4 goals for the Huskies.
And Edouard-Darkness just on the rotate back. Couldn't exactly cut that ball as hard as he wanted. Just skimmed off the side and right into the middle. And the slow rotation from Edouard-Montpetit. They are already having to try and force something back the other way just because 3 goals in 2.5 minutes is a lot to ask. And unfortunately, another one goes against him.
And I've heard, you know, competitive players, collegiate players, anyone really in a series, game number 1 is really figuring out your opponent. You can't take the results too seriously here, and you can see Northeastern definitely making changes here in game number 2. It's a different story now for the Huskies. With 5 goals to the name and 5 seconds before halftime, they are rolling through Edouard-Montpetit right now.
There are 2 things happening right now. Northeastern's warming up and CGM's starting to cool down. It just seems like they're not able to find themselves in defense. They can't even begin to find a transition because more often than not, they're just getting smothered. They need to find a way to get back into this series.
And the communication as well definitely took a big step up for Northeastern. There were a couple times they tried to stay out of each other's way in game number 1, right? We remember that double commit where they called each other off and it was a free transition goal for the Lynx. This game, they've only had, you know, 1 double commit that wasn't exactly the prettiest, but overall, the offense has been going, and everyone's been in the right place. Solid timing. There hasn't been any hesitation from Northeastern in this game number 2, and that, to me, is the biggest difference so far. But a chance for Shalion, almost able to get there. Couldn't find the double touch off the back wall, but Kromsky to try and continue the attack. It's a free ball for Floms, not the cleanest catch. Hero Darkness wanted the dunk, and he thought Mercurial was going to cut it in a little bit harder. So he went for the read, and just Mercurial wisely out to space. Kept it away from the attacker and buys a few more seconds here, but Link's still pushing.
Yeah, and a couple demos opens up a little bit of space,
Whoa,
and the fake comes out on Mercurial, and then Edouard-Montpetit finally get their first goal in game number 2.
They absolutely got him here. The slow bouncer, Mercurial is thinking, I got to use the wall, save a little boost, but he also clipped the lip a little bit, took himself off.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed there, too, is clipping that lip might have thrown him off just a little bit, and that second defender coming through as well. Fake kickoff comes out from Northeastern, maybe not, as we see Floms not moving. Kromsky, though, trying to play this one off his back wall. Northeastern still have the pressure right now. Shilian trying to play this one out, dunked away by Eno. And with a minute left, looking for the Lynx to maybe pull a comeback.
There indeed does go Floms, and a nice dribble, but stopped. Northeastern.
They haven't been able to be really quick in transition. I don't know if it's just Northeastern challenging them, or if they just need to get back on the same page and get some of that communication going. But we've seen them play better than this.
They definitely will have to get their feet back under them here. Maybe that couple seconds of pause will give them a few moments to figure out what they want to do to finish out game number 2 and look ahead into game number 3. But the big thing really has just been the speed of the challenging from Northeastern. They've started winning a lot of them. Floms is up first to this one, wants one towards the left side, and Shalion kicked out to the side.
Yeah, and so for the biggest thing for Edouard-Montpetit right now, it's
Just
about
slow.
putting a lot, being slow, but being faster moving down the field. They're doing the transitions that we talk about, but they're really not executing at the speed that can throw off the Huskies or beat them. That one might find the back of the net as a big save comes out from Kromsky, but the pressure's still on for the Huskies, and it's only a matter of fact now for for Northeastern with 20 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. So this actually happens in the midfield because there's two schools of thought. One, Mercurial cuts this off because it's a free ball, but however, Floms was expecting Mercurial to leave, and unfortunately, combine that with the challenge going horribly, horribly wrong, means nobody in position for Northeastern, make it 2-5.
Northeastern just has to be in a position where, like, okay, like goals like that are going to happen. Just an awkward pinch off the challenge. Why not? You hate to see it, but we're still up 3 points. We're still taking this game. We found the answers that we were looking for.
So, leisurely stroll for the Huskies to wind down. Maybe one for the road. Not quite. It will find the ground. So, Northeastern do tie up the series. Convincing win in game number 2. They got off hot as well. Inside of a minute, it was already 3-0.
Yeah, and so you can see the difference that we have here in this game for Northeastern. Big changes coming out from game number 1. Now I turn my focus to